Hello, world.
Soft stick.
Hello, world. My name is Homero Santos,
I'm Katie.
and this is Soft Sticks, the show where we go into some of our past work, tear it to shreds, see what we can learn. It's been years since we watched this stuff, and I think it'll be really entertaining. We can all learn something, and it'd be awesome just to go back and just laugh, because some of this stuff is just silly. Awesome, but silly.
Yeah.
And today's another special one. This is the first one we actually did without any... I think we had inspiration from stuff, but it was just like us making up characters.
Yeah. Well, we had just, what was it?
Well, we did Stranger, but...
Yeah. But we were just working at a theater in Atlanta, and we're getting a lot of actor friends.
Yes.
And it was the first time we had, like, all these people who wanted to be in a movie and willing to work for us.
Yes.
And we were like, let's try to use as many people as possible.
I remember we were both working at Whole World Improv Theater. Shout out to Whole World! Pew, 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 pew. And we wrote this script that had like 12 damn people in it, and we wanted to write like a mystery type whodunit,
Quentin Tarantino-esque.
Tarantino-esque,
Yeah.
But also like Clue a little bit.
Yeah. Clue, good movie.
It's great.
Watch.
Tim Curry, yo. Tim Curry.
Is that his name? I always forget.
Yes. I remember it because I never had curry. Mr. Curry.
Yeah, sorry, that
our
was
cat's
Mr.
being a real dick. He just wants attention, and we don't. If you support us on Patreon, I think one of our milestone goals is we'll end up giving him a show, and I'm thinking it should be like a talk show, because he's very talkative. He wants a lot of attention. And if you don't like it, you can go to hell. That's just his attitude.
Well, it's a cat, yeah.
Right. But, sorry, we kind of got off subject there. So with Family Dinner, we wrote this script. This is one we rewrote a few times, I think. We actually went back and rewrote it. It still has the same script problems all of our other stuff has. It's all about story. But with this challenge was before we didn't have any dialogue. Well, now we have
It's like, it was like mostly all dialogue.
And how to write it so these people seem really different, and we were working. This is our first time working with this broad of spectrum of actors.
But we were also learning about like character development, so we wanted to try to give every character some kind of personality, so we didn't have to give them like a backstory.
Right.
So you could just kind of know the person immediately,
right.
Which is hard to do.
Yes, and this is also our first time going into black and white, which I'll tell you now is completely my fault. I ended up liking the black and white. It looks cool, but there's a reason for it, and the reason was in coloring. Whenever we lit it, it looked good, and in our screens it looked good, but there was just something that kept bothering me. I think it might have been the color of the walls. They just look so plain, but whenever it's in black and white, you can't notice that shit at all. It looks actually pretty well dressed. But we filmed this at Katie's grandmother's house.
Yes.
And thank you so much, Mimi. Thank you. I doubt you're watching this because we say a lot of curse words. Damn it. But thank you so much for letting us use your space, because, man, I think it looked nice. Everything looked really sweet. She hooked us up with some food, too, so, like, that was our set. Not only did we eat,
it had to look like a family dinner.
Right. And so the whole premise of this stuff is, like, these guys are a bunch of assassins, and they are a part of a group called The Family.
I think that's what
I think that's what it's about. Again, it's been years since we've seen this or made it, but that was the gist. And there was one person who was, hitting all these guys, so like killing them off one by one, like a traitor to the family or some shit. And he was called the Wolf, right? Mm-hmm. And so the whole point was to find out it was a whodunit. You know what I mean? So we see snippets of what's going on in the past. And that's all in color, and that looks really cool, actually. But
it's a flip-flop. The past was in color, and the present was in black and white.
Screw you, film standards. We don't give two shits. But that's what we just did it, man, and like it ended up turning out really good. I want to have anything to say about it. We also got a crane.
Oh yeah, it was the first time we had the crane.
This is
Cranes are hard to work with indoors. Yes. You want to use them, but they're hard to work with indoors.
Now we were fortunate enough to have it be like 6 to 8. I think it was like 8 feet, and we had a mechanized head, right? So we were able to do all these really cool movements, and it was just like, damn, dude. So again, you'll start to see a pattern. Us picking up the ante, taking it up, dialogue, 12 damn characters, crane, all these really complex shots.
Yeah. But again, I feel like in our entire like college career, we were so focused on what camera to use, what lights to use, what gear to use, that the writing really suffered. Yeah. And we've learned so much that's where you need like the strong legs. Writing is the support of everything.
Without a good script, your production can go to hell. I'm sorry, like it doesn't matter how much passion you put into the production of it, the post-production, like the real brunt of it is in writing, and those are the unsung heroes, man. If you write a good script, and what you think a good script is and what we think a good script is might vary, but like there is a level of quality that once you start to dig into what that really means, man, it gets me excited, because you're like, how do people even think this far deep into anything?
Well, they get paid for it.
I doubt that's the reason. Like James Cameron, shout out, dude, unreal. Terminator 2, one of the best movies ever. Mike Hill does a video series and breaks this stuff down. He's a concept artist. We've been watching his stuff lately. Watch him, because that'll give you a snippet of the way we're thinking about how deep you need to go with scripts. And we've been playing around with that for a couple of years ourselves. We haven't filmed any narrative stuff because we want to get it right.
We're hoping, since we can like dive in and tear apart our old stuff, maybe you guys can give us a tips and stuff, maybe then we can like redeem ourselves, kind of like the way Tosh Payo does things. Sure. Come back, maybe retry it again and see if we can make it the awesome that we want it to.
And I think we can. And I think once you guys start seeing our stuff and you start realizing like we're thinking about doing a video series where we break this stuff down to that level to see what holds up and what doesn't. And that way, I think we'll all start to have a better understanding of where we're at when it comes to script writing. Because, man, when it comes to everything else, we're pretty damn good. And if we can, I think so. We aim high, man. We aim high. Like, and because even if you don't get to that high, even if you get like right under it, that's still a lot better than average. Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, wow. But regardless, we went off in a tangent. These shows usually do. Sorry about that. But enjoy Family Dinner. We shot it in about 3 weeks, I think. It took some time, and the editing was crazy, man. Like, took about 12 different tries to get that edit right, just because we wanted to pace it. This is one we really spent a lot of time on.
Stuff we've learned too. Editing. Pacing, important.
Like, and again, it's all about the script. With this one, I think we did pretty good on the dialogue. Not on the story structure, but all right on the dialogue. So there's always something happening. And we also have a lot of actions going on. That was one thing, too, as we learned is, you can have people show something, and that gives them insight into their character. And so we all try to give a little bit of a tick. So watch it. You may be able to check it out. Some are more obvious than others.
Yeah.
All right. Without further ado, here you go. Enjoy it. Family Dinner.
Num num num. Soft sticks. Soft sticks. Soft sticks. They're soft and they're sticks. It sounds like I'm saying dicks. Soft dicks.
Soft dicks. That's the name of the new show.
So there we were, chasing down the wolf.
Stay back. Cover me. Sheep's clothing. No!
It all happened so quickly, I couldn't save him. So I ran into the alley and I shot the wolf dead.
What did he say?
Shh. You're going to ruin the story.
I don't really know, Stacy. Wasn't very clear. I think it was sheep's clothing, but that doesn't make sense.
Well, thank you for letting us know how it happened. Harvey was a brave man, and he'll be missed. Oh, he left us his will and testament to be read this evening.
I bet you he left me the broom handle.
No, he didn't. He loved that thing. He probably wanted it buried with him.
He was cremated, dumbass.
You don't even
Both
know.
of you shut up. It's too sad a time to be arguing over what you got. Besides, he left me the broom handle.
Oh, I don't know if that's the case.
You don't
I
leave
mean, why
you?
don't we
You
see-
let me get a
well, I
he
don't
left you
know
the
if
broom
that's
handle.
the case.
He
Why
left you
don't
the broom.
we
You wouldn't
see
even know what to do with the broom handle.
Okay, okay.
Can I read?
Please, I'd like to know what he has to say.
Yeah.
Family. If you're reading this, then it means that I was either careless or unlucky. And I'm sorry. I wanted each and every one of you to know that you are very special to me. And so with that said, I bet you're all wondering what I left you. Stacy, I remember when I first met you. You had a gun to my head and really believed I was helpless. You've grown as a professional, and that is why I leave you my knife. I know you may like to keep your distance, but whenever you're in too deep, don't forget to extend your arm. Jack, there really isn't much to say about our relationship, although I'm sure you've made a crack about the broom handle by now. To you, I leave the Rainmaker, my second favorite weapon. Just remember, I always keep it loaded. I've always had a very special place in my heart for you, Chloe. You've been my partner in crime ever since I started the hit game. And to you, I leave the broom handle. Be sure to use it to clean any mess I may have left behind.
What do you guys think Harvey meant by any mess I left behind?
It's because you're a damn pig when you eat.
Now, everyone I'm sure you know from being assassins, we have to write a will and testament before every mission, as it may be your last.
Maybe your last.
And
Since my last was to kill the wolf, not everyone knows that he has stolen Alex's face.
We all knew.
Ever since you said those words.
Wolf in sheep's clothing. That's what we've been calling the assassin who's been killing members of our family one by one.
You have the ability to take the identity of anybody.
And no one knows your real face.
Well, no one but Harvey. Wolf in sheep's clothing, come on, that was our code.
I'm curious what you really look like behind that mask.
Wolf. Wait!